have eyes on the vehicle.
Alright, copy. Okay, vehicle is still sought on Dawn Park case number. The vehicle is still positive.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, man. How are you? Shoot, because it says to us that the car is wanted for hijacking.
Because I thought everything was clear.
No, my baby, and they're not supposed to give you the vehicle back until what we call it final stage circulation. It wasn't done.
They just gave it, because I went there by 13.
By Benoni.
Yeah,
Those people are totally useless
they
there.
gave me the car
No,
back.
they are totally useless there. If you go and see outside, it looks like a what do you call that? A Black Friday. You know when everybody rushes. That's how the cars are standing outside there.
Yes, I was there.
Yeah, no, we apologize, but they're going to have to take it back, and then it has to be done. But if you bring all the papers with and go there, also ask your hubby to get all the papers, everything
I
you've
think
got.
it's only one paper.
ID, everything. Maybe they can release it to you immediately.
The ID I have.
Is on whose name is it, ma'am?
The car.
Yes,
It's in my name.
on your name. So your ID, the car's paperwork, that's very important.
It's still under MFC.
Yeah, they're going to need a letter from the bank to say that you are the person that can have it. And a copy of your ID, no, it's a process. You have no idea how many of these vehicles we get daily because they don't do their jobs properly. And what we used to do is we used to say, all right, show us the paperwork that it was released, then go back. Now there's a directive from SAP's head office that says we're no longer allowed to do that because a lot of the people have defrauded the paperwork. They're actually driving with a stolen car, so we accepted it like that. No, they did not. They did not do final
They
stage.
gave me the vehicle back and they told me to go clear the car.
No, they can't do that. They're supposed to make sure that the vehicle is already the final stage or second stage. Maybe not final stage, at least second stage cancellation. This car is still registered. I showed my sister. This car is still registered as a wanted vehicle. I'm with the anti-hijacking unit. Alright.
Copy that, dankie baie.
Alright, let me show you quickly.
There was this letter they gave us.
No, that letter is good for nothing. They should have done a second stage cancellation. What paperwork the police gave you, it doesn't help because it has to be what we call a second stage cancellation. So where this says vehicle sought, it should say possibly recovered. Alright. So now the car has to go back there, and that person that didn't do, yes, my angel. So that person there that didn't do their job properly must do their job properly. If this was 2 weeks ago, I would have taken your paperwork and checked it. Now the directive now is we have to take the car back because there's too much corruption in the paperwork. Because now people are falsifying the paperwork that they get from the police. So that is a directive straight from SAP head office.
Yeah, let's rather talk to somebody. The process there, we struggle to get the car.
And that's what we have to do.
The car can't go back there.
No, it has to go back there. There's no other way. That is the only way. No, there's no other
The
one.
detective there.
Oh, let's get out. But the detective is also going to say the same thing to you. So
Yeah.
get a hold of the detective, because then the
because we
detective.
can't-
No,
we
I'm
can't
happy.
take the car
But the
back,
detective, then if the detective comes here, the detective can take the car. I can hand the vehicle to the detective. Then the detective can go. Hertjie, goed en jy, dankie. Goed, dankie. Ons is reg, dankie. Ja, the vehicle was not sent into second state cancellation. So it still says sort, and they recovered the vehicle and handed it back to the owner. So I explained to him,
You must make sure because
Has
you know,
to
there's
go back.
always a doubt.
Yeah.
So what's the outcome? What we're waiting for?
okay, the gentleman is on the phone with the detective. So I will hear when he's done now in the conversation. I did explain to the detective that we cannot let the vehicle go. It's not in any kind of form of cancellation. The vehicle is 100% sought, and in terms of head office and SAP instruction is this vehicle either goes to the police or they take it, the police officer comes here, we hand it over to him, and he goes and he does the second stage cancellation. Good afternoon, how are you doing?
Yeah, that's it.
Great, thank you very much. You're speaking to Anton Koen from NoJack, anti-hijacking
Now
unit.
you say
This vehicle triggered the cameras, and we found the vehicle here at the Northmead Square. When we did an inquiry with 10111, they told us that the vehicle is still wanted. It wasn't even in a second state cancellation or anything. The vehicle says it's still 100% wanted. So head office directive is, if we find a vehicle that is not in a second state, at least second stage cancellation, the vehicle has to go back to the SAP 13.
to get it out there. It wasn't a long time.
Yes, Constable Mashele.
Just that the system there.
The case, all right. And did you do second state cancellation? Second stage cancellation. Yeah, but the detectives generally, that is the job of the detective to arrange for that to be done. The second stage cancellation. We But now, all right, the situation is that head office directive says to us that the vehicle cannot be handed back to the owner of the vehicle until the second stage cancellation was completed. So this is not my instruction. This is your boss's instruction. He says no vehicle should be handed back to the owner unless the second stage cancellation was completed. Okay, well that is kind of contrary to what the head office directive says. It says that it is the responsibility of the detective to make sure that is done before it gets given back. But I'm not in the SAPS anymore, so I can only help the people the best I can. But the rules are that this vehicle is now supposed to go back. So I cannot release the vehicle, even if I want to. I cannot release the vehicle to them. The only thing I can do by law is to, when a police officer arrives, I can give it to him into his custody, if I can call it, into his possession, and then he can decide what he wants to do. So at this moment, we're waiting for the guys to arrive here. So we're going to have a braai now. I'm going to Woolies and buy broers, and we're going to braai because I don't know how long it's going to take for them to arrive here. But if you can get some of your colleagues to assist, that will be appreciated. Okay? That will be all right. No, I'm going to send you a WhatsApp now. I'll get your number. I'm going to send you the circulation details now. That is still on the system. That is still positive. Okay. All right, my friend. They have nothing with them at the moment. Nope. I can take the lady's ID and I can verify she's the owner of the car. That makes nothing. The rules are when it comes to a vehicle, and I didn't make the rules. The people that me and you work for, they make the rules when it comes to things like this. I said we cannot release a vehicle that is positive, that has, if it was in a first or second stage cancellation, we could, I don't care, because it says to me possibly recovered. It says to me 100% the vehicle is still sold, fully S-marked. No, the instruction from head office is, from the commissioner is, we are not allowed to do that. I will send you even that circulation paperwork now. And I know that she's the rightful owner, but you know what? Today I release the vehicle to her. Tomorrow, or in 2 hours from now, there comes a police officer that doesn't know what to do, and we find a lot of them, and he kills her. Who do you think is going to be responsible? I'm going to be responsible for letting her take her vehicle, so I'm not going to take the responsibility for that. I would make sure, and I'm sorry for the inconvenience. This is why we're trying our best to accommodate them and help them. You must understand, my constable, I don't get paid 1 cent for what I'm doing here. This is my community service for the people from my town. I mean, this is my job that I do, but nobody's paying me to stand here for an hour or 2 or 3 to try and assist a member of the public because the processes wasn't completed. All right, I'm going to WhatsApp you now. I'm going to get the number and I'm going to forward you the paperwork. Okay? Thank you. Bye-bye. Die reëls is die kar kan nergens heen gaan nie. Of hy gaan 13 toe of hy gaan saam met die polisieman. Een van die twee. Die polisieman ID hom vir my. Vat 'n foto daarvan. Ek sê ek het dit aan hom oorhandig en dis dit. Anders gaan hy nergens heen nie. Anders gaan hy 13 toe. Maar ek verstaan, ons wil nie vir die persone 'n ding moeilik maak nie. Ons wil dit vir hom so maklik as moontlik maak. Oh, Anton, hallo. Yes. Yes, Sarge. I want you to, can I bring the car to you at Benoni station? Are you at the station? Alright, you want me to escort them to the station? You'll get a hold of one of the, I was thinking, I wanted to phone the station commander now to see if we can't get somebody in the crime office to help us. Alright, I'm going to escort them to the station. Then I'm going to take them, where must I take them? To the crime office. Alright, I'll meet you in the charge office. Thank you, see you in a few. Thank you, my bro, bye-bye. Thank you. We are going to take the lady because this is her car here. So we don't want it to end up in the SAP 13 because they didn't do a first stage cancellation. So they're going to take her to the station, let the detectives help her, at least just the first stage cancellation. So that it doesn't say short, it just says possibly recovered.
Introducing Southern Africa's leading and fastest growing security solution provider. Coupled with a growing national network of strategically placed cameras and a variety of partners across many different industries, all number plates that pass snipers' cameras are recorded and cross-referenced. All vehicles listed as suspicious or wanted create an immediate alert. The vehicle is stopped and the suspect apprehended.
Welcome to 08. With 08 firearm management software, response officer and firearm compliance is easy for everyone. You get the features to execute your compliance strategy and ensure your team remain compliant. Whether you are running a small or medium-sized security company, keep your compliance information organized in one place and accessible immediately. Launch information about your team's compliance with just a few clicks and receive automated email alerts ensuring that you don't miss compliance renewal deadlines. Need to view an individual or collective picture of response officer or firearm compliance? No problem. With 08 this information is available at just a few clicks and is securely stored in the cloud. No more paper filing and no more asking for the information, which could take hours or even days to receive. With 08 you can even manage your ammunition stock and movements. Issue firearm permits to your response officers electronically. No more untidy permit books and no more mistakes. Speak to us today to find out how we can streamline your compliance process, or request a free demo, and one of our experienced consultants will gladly assist you. 08. Leaders in firearm management software.